Well, it's a very wet, mild day today up here in the Great White Canadian North. I'm going to try and jump start the 83 Buick. I'm going to test this battery because I really don't know if, well, after the vehicle's been sitting for so long, I'm going to need a fair bit of cranking amps in order to get that car running. I really hate batteries with no top posts. I don't know why anybody would ever order a battery without the top posts. Like, imagine trying to boost a vehicle with just side posts. Anyway, that's my rant for today, if anybody wants to listen to it. Okay, let's see if I can get in there. Oh, I've been watching Grey's Anatomy for about a month on Netflix, surely to God. It's just like doing brain surgery. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. Absolutely stunning day for March 7th. Snow is melting off the shop roof. Okay. This is going to be a very crappy video for all you guys. Mainly because, well, the car is sitting in this tent and it's sat here all winter long, and it's going to be very hard to make any good video come out of this. I gotta go grab the keys for this car as well. Gotta hand it to Canadian Tire batteries. You know, this battery was completely stone cold dead back in January when I came out here, and then all of a sudden when the weather gets milder, we actually have some lights here. Of course, not enough to do anything, and I imagine that battery froze really good, so I'm actually afraid to open the hood here because I imagine that battery is totally screwed. Okay, here we go. Probably acid all over the place. Oh, this is freaking heavy. Doesn't help that there's a four-wheeler in here. You know, my mother always told me that I was, you know, quite a rocket scientist. I always came up with the weirdest things to create solutions to so many of life's problems. My hood won't stay up. But we got here an old fluorescent tube that's been sitting in the back of my truck for about, I don't know, forever, I guess. I don't know who put them there. But here you are going to witness, ladies and gents, a man use an old burnt out light bulb which has no value to anybody anymore, and he's going to use it to hold up the hood on his vehicle. You ever see that? And yes, I am completely sober right now too. There we go. And there we go, I'm happy. I just hope that stays there. If not, there's going to be a mess. Okay. So here we got the discharged battery. I'm not even going to try and charge that. Although the thing is it hasn't bulged. Which is good. So maybe the acid didn't freeze over totally. Because if it did, the battery would be bulging. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and undo this. Budweiser cap. I guess my friend was over here. Actually, he was the one that parked the car in here. He's a Budweiser man. Well, so I get over here, I just left this on the four-wheeler, right? Hear that? Yeah, unfortunately this battery froze too. You're not really supposed to charge frozen batteries, but you know what? It sounds like it's just kind of on the top. So I'm going to try it, and I'm doubtful that this is going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. It's totally dead. Because the air pump should kick in right now, and it's not. So, I'm not even going to look at it. I know that's an epic fail, so I'm just going to remove this battery, and I'll bring out the talentless, top postless, handleless, but very reliable interstate battery. This one's no good. We got power. Okay. Okay, so the flow chamber is dry. Now the car's been parked for over 90 days, so I don't recall if I actually, you know, ran this car out of fuel or what. So I'm just going to add some fuel here. This is just regular. Well, actually, this is a High Test Supreme. I'm going to jump start it a little bit here too, and down the air horn right down into the primaries, and I'm going to hope for the best here. Kind of saves the battery a little bit doing this. Less wear and tear on the starter too, so because the starter is actually pretty weak in this car. Okay, gonna give her a shot. Started off quite well. The battery is pretty low, so I'm going to leave it run for a while. Let the alternator take over and do its job. Well, it's definitely running on its own power, I would say, at this point in time. Yeah, it would have ran out of fuel if the tank was actually empty, so I kind of do remember putting a few gallons in here, but the fuel gauge still registers empty. But this car always did take a while to get back up to like the gauge took a while to move. You actually have to drive the car for about 1.5 miles, 2 miles before the gauge will actually move. This car has always been like that. I don't know why. Mind you, 2 gallons won't make the gauge move up very far. So that's basically it. You know, the car's been parked in its little cave here. This isn't exactly where I wanted to park the vehicle, but this is where it was, you know, stationed for the winter. My headliner, unfortunately, with my low mileage vehicle, it started doing that last fall. So, you know, I'm assuming by the end of this year or the end of next year or early next year that is going to be an issue. So 66,525.9. I don't want to run it very long because, well, parked in a tent, so.